Hey, Dwayne came with the Courier Journal. Would you look at, well, I guess one, obviously Tutu not playing, his career is coming to an end for you all. Just, I mean, you guys have had him for 2 years. He kind of broke out last year. What has it been
Yeah.
like to see his growth? And then I imagine it's pretty hard to replace a guy like Tutu on the field.
Oh, it is. I mean, that's one of those guys. I mean, you're just not going to be able to replace a guy, and not just from a just talent, but just what he means, I think, to the program and just the type of kid he is. Always pleasant, got a smile on his face, always picking people up and working as hard as anybody out there. Great work ethic, always got that big smile and just wanted to compete. I mean, he's one of the biggest competitors I've ever been around, and just always wanted to compete in whatever it was that he was doing. And he's going to be missed. And but we're extremely happy for Tutu and look forward to following his journey through the NFL.
Cameron, you can go again if you got it.
Yeah. And I guess without Tutu, Dwayne, I know we saw a lot of Braden Smith this year, some Jordan
Yep.
Walker, Josh Johnson. Just how have you seen the guys behind Tutu and even behind Dez, since you're kind of be moving on without Dez here soon, step up and grow this year?
Yeah, well, the three guys that you mentioned, it's been fun watching those guys going out and practicing, knowing that they're going to get some opportunities for some touches in the game. And I thought that they've done a really good job with the opportunities that's been there for them this year. And I mean, we're excited about it. We're excited about the way they work. I mean, obviously, Tutu brings a lot, just from a speed standpoint and just everything that he does and just how I mean, he leads by example. Tutu does, and so, but those young guys, they've been around him now and they've seen him work. And, you see those guys, I mean, like today's practice, just guys out there competing and competing hard and having fun with it. And also, it's when those guys know that it's my time now. You see that you see that they're excited about it and they're looking forward to it and eager to get on the field this Saturday.
Mike.
Hey, Coach, Michael Mccammon, Cardinal Authority. Final game coming up. When you look back on the season, obviously it's had its up and downs. Obviously turnovers have been a big part. But what are some of the areas, I guess, where you've been pleased with the progress that this offense has made?
When you look at it from, we really try to stay away from looking at the statistics of it until once the season's completed. But the thing that I'm really pleased with the guys is just the way they've come out, how they've dealt with so much this year, and still come out every day and work hard and practice hard. Because to me, I think these guys, it could have been easily, with the things that were going on out there in our world today, it could have been easy for those guys to come in one of those days and not want to practice, not want to work hard. And you didn't see that. You didn't see that from these guys, and I think that's a lot of progress, and that just kind of speaks just to those guys and their work ethic and just their makeup and what they want to be and what they want to become. And that to me was something very impressive. Seeing guys step up in roles and take over for guys that we lost last year and doing a good job with it. And just seeing all that kind of unfold throughout the season, that's been very pleasant with some of the surprises that we've seen with some of these guys. And it's, once the season's over with, we'll kind of take a look at everything, the good, the bad, compare it to what we did last year, kind of see the areas that we need to improve on. And, we'll get our plan together for spring ball and really hammer in and hit home the things that we think we got to work at. But the thing that I've been very pleased with is just how these guys have worked. And that goes a long ways, because if we don't have that, if those guys aren't wanting to come out and give that effort that we want as a program, we're not going to be able to get much done. And to me, those guys have come out and they've done that every day.
Jody.
When you talk about this has been such a crazy year, can you kind of speak to having senior week this week? A lot of guys are going to walk on senior day. some of those guys might come back. How do you go about those conversations? And then you got to turn around and you've got a signing day next week that you've got, commitments that you guys have to, kind of keep on and try to add to that class. How kind of crazy is it with everything going on right now?
It's a totally different way on how you're handling your senior day. That's for sure. It's something that, obviously we're going to have the discussions with all the seniors on the football team and, just kind of see where they are with things. We got a great group of seniors. And the thing that is very unfortunate is these guys not getting to experience, to me, that full experience of college game day at Cardinal Stadium. To me, I think that, it's that stadium when it's rocking and just thinking back to last year to those games, those guys missed that the whole year. There were some games that we played and, there nobody in the stands and, and it's just something that they had to deal with. And I thought they dealt with it very well, but that's just something I feel bad for those guys that it wasn't your typical year and going into your senior season. That's one that you're always going to remember. And it's supposed to be special for those guys, but I think we got a good group of seniors, a great group of seniors. They've been through a lot. And, that's the thing about it is, to me, I wish we could always be with these guys for forever, but, those guys, your playing days are everybody's, even when you go to the league, those days are limited. You got a certain number of snaps and that's all you got. But I love being around these guys. I love their unselfishness. I think that they are great with one another. And just seeing them because, we miss so much with doing stuff with our guys like we typically do in the off season, just doing stuff with the guys outside of facilities, but kind of seeing them doing things with each other on the field, in the locker room, and just making it the best situation that we can make it this year. And I'm really proud of those guys.
All right, we'll take these last three. Cameron, then Kent, then Michael.
Yeah, Dwyane, you touched on how hard the guys have worked with everything that went on this weekend with Scott and South Carolina and all the social media stuff. Did you see a drop-off in that at all from Sunday to Monday or even today? Or did you see them kind of stay at or kind of above where the level you've seen them at?
I think the day's practice that we had today, Cam, was as good as we've had all season. I think the guys were very spirited. There was no drop off. The guys we wanted, like our whole goal that we said on Sunday when we came in here, this is our last week that we got with one another right now. The next year's team, it's going to be different. There's going to be new faces come in. There's going to be some of you guys who won't be here. This is our last week that we get to put a stamp on for you guys in this football team. How do you want to be remembered? And to make this our best week that we can have. And it's going to go through preparations. And I think the guys came out today and had it. I wish we could have stayed out in practice and just added to just the way the guys were competing, the way they were practicing. And I love these guys, man, and just the way they work. And it was fun being out there today.
Kent.
Yeah, Dwyane, with everything that you guys have kind of been through this year, dealing with, everything with COVID-19 being shut down, the record's not been great, but you still got your whole season in. Do you breathe a sigh of relief walking off that field Saturday, for the last time this year?
It's something that was a goal of ours that we said, and when we first came through, and then we kind of knew that, we don't know what to expect week in and week out, like who's going to be available, who's not going to be able to play. But what we got to do, that we wanted to play a season. And so let's do everything that we can to get a season in. And I can't tell you how proud I am of our players, how like Matt Summers and his staff, and just the diligent work that has been done daily to make this like where you're in that final week now. And I think that so much work has been done to go into it. And like, I can't say enough about these players and just what they had to go through just daily and just, handling when so-and-so isn't going to be available this week and that next person stepping up. it's just those kids, they went through a lot with that. It's been a completely different year for them. And I thought that they've worked through it extremely well, and they kept fighting, they kept working hard. I'm extremely proud of that.
Last one, Michael.
Hey, Coach. On the South Carolina stuff, you've got a unique situation. You're a longtime friend of Scott's, and so you've probably seen what's happened. Obviously, the speculation and the reaction. We've heard from a lot of the players yesterday, tweet positive things about Coach. From your vantage point as a friend, as an assistant coach that's worked under him, what's your take on how the last couple of days have gone?
It's obviously my wife and I, and you talk about these things. The reason I came to Louisville is because of Scott Satterfield, and it's because of the man that he is. I know how he treats the players, how he is with his program. A man that I admire and I look up to, and so to me, in the culture that we have, and to me, it's like I think the world of Scott and his family, and and he's, like I said before, and for you to uproot your family and come to a place, and Scott Satterfield was that reason for us, and it's just because I know everything about him. I know the type of person he is, the man that he is, what he stands for. And, it's all about our players. And we talk to these kids all the time. It's a player-ran program, and we love these kids, and we love on them. And I think that's the reason why you see the guys, they play hard. And, I can't say enough good things about Scott. I think he's always up front, and he's honest with us. And like I said, he obviously he is a dear friend of mine, but I got nothing but respect, and he's somebody, obviously, hopefully one day, if I get an opportunity to be a head coach, he's somebody I'm going to try to model myself after, just because the respect I have for him and the job that he does. And I could go on forever to talk about the good things with Scott, because that's how I feel about him. And I'm glad I'm here with him.
All right, Coach, we'll wrap on that. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.